want to acknowledge in particular the good work of the gentleman from New York, Mr. Suozzi, on this issue and recognize him for the purpose of an opening statement. Mr. Suozzi.
Thank you, Chairman Neal, and thank you, Ranking Member Brady. It was a privilege to work so closely with you and your staffs in a bipartisan way over the past few months as we worked together to try and put an end to the surprise billing crisis. In crafting this bill, we had three primary objectives. First, and most importantly, protect consumers and patients. Second, ensure that health care providers, including hospitals and doctors, and payers, including insurance companies and self-funded plans, are incentivized to resolve their differences amongst themselves. Third, ensure that no single party is treated unfairly or improperly burdened. The Ways and Means Committee has crafted the bipartisan Consumer Protections Against Surprise Billing Medical Bills Act, which has the strongest patient protections of any legislation introduced. Our bill protects consumers from receiving surprise medical bills such that when a patient receives unexpected out-of-network care at an in-network facility, or when an emergency patient is delivered to an out-of-network emergency room, they're only responsible for paying the cost of in-network treatment. This ensures that nobody will face the fear and potential financial ruin that comes with surprise medical bills. However, our bill not only protects consumers from surprise bills, it also creates new protections and adds transparency to the healthcare market, making it the most patient-friendly surprise billing solution released to date. Our bill will require the following. 1, consumers must receive a detailed explanation of their benefits, expected cost, and provide network status in advance of scheduled care. 2, insurance cards must include important information like a consumer's nearest in-network hospital and cost-sharing details. 3, health plans must maintain accurate and updated directories of participating providers. And 4, healthcare plans must maintain price comparison tools that will allow consumers to make more informed decisions when choosing providers. These are just some of the important consumer protections that are included in our bill. Unfortunately, there have been attempts to hijack our efforts to solve the surprise billing crisis. One side, some that have profited from surprise billing medical bills, have tried to kill this legislation. On the other side, insurance companies have tried to force Congress to pass a bill that would use government-set rates to gut hospitals in our cities and rural areas and create a perverse incentive to kick more providers out of network. The bipartisan bill we are marking up today does not provide an unfair advantage to either providers or payers. It's modeled off of New York's best-in-the-nation surprise billing law that protects patients and incentivizes providers and payers to resolve their disputes privately. However, it modifies the New York model to ensure that health costs for workers and families are contained. We have seen in New York that in the vast majority of cases, while there's a formal resolution process, there's little need to utilize it because the providers and payers are incentivized to work things out amongst themselves. In the rare cases where formal mediation is necessary, there is a baseball-style process in which the losing party must pay the cost for both sides. This loser-pays system removes the financial incentive to make unreasonable offers. This model has proven to be successful, and it will succeed nationwide. Mr. Chairman, I want to specifically thank two of our colleagues for their months of hard work on this important effort. First, former Secretary Donald Shalala, whose health care credentials are beyond reproach and who has been a tireless advocate on behalf of at-risk hospitals. Second, former New York State Assembly Majority Leader Joe Morelli, who played a vital role in crafting New York's best-in-the-nation surprise billing law. At this time, Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to submit for the record the following letters supporting our efforts today to address surprise medical billing, who have all issuing letters of support in favor of our legislation. The American Hospital Association, the American Medical Association, the Federation of American Hospitals, America's Essential Hospitals, Association of American Medical Colleges, Catholic Health Association of the United States, the Healthcare Association of New York State, the Massachusetts Health and Hospital Association, the Massachusetts Medical Society, and AARP.
So ordered.
Mr. Chairman, I strongly urge the passage of this bipartisan, patient-first, balanced legislation, and I yield back.
I want to thank the gentleman. I want to recognize